welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we're here at Sunset Gower Studios in Hollywood. I'm delighted for the return of Guillermo with his fantastic film, Balam. Let's take a look at the clip. Guillermo, I'm liking this regality of you coming back to us. It's really special to have you back with New Filmmakers, so thank you.
Well, no, thank you. I'm happy to be back. I mean, I really love New Filmmakers. It's a pleasure and honor to be back.
Well, thank you for bringing such an amazing animation in Balam. But for those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis.
Sure. Balam is like a 3D animated film. It's about Itzel, a Mayan descendant girl that needs to reconnect with her roots in order to survive the dangers of the jungle. So it's this epic odyssey, magic realism where Itzel needs to find her way home to his dad. There's, danger, there's a poacher, there's an ancient Mayan city. There's a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I loved it. I think your imagination is amazingly wild. It's so different from Bad Hombres, which you had obviously with us last time. And now I got this amazing animation, which, I got very excited about. I thought the story was really good, and I felt like I was a 5-year-old enjoying this film very much. Just a very interesting though question, like where did it start for you where you're like, I want to make an animation for the first time?
Well, I always have loved animation, right? And I think you can go a lot of places, and it's not that it's cheap, but you can go places where you could not go in live action unless you really have a lot of millions, which I don't. So it kind of comes out from a little bit from the possibilities that we have. Also, my girlfriend, she works in animation, so I have seen her work. I'm her fan, so that also inspired me
very talented.
A lot. And we got the funds from the Sloan Foundation, and they were asking for live action and animation. So I sent both. For the live action, it was something that I still want to do, but it was very traditional of the Sloan, like the life of a Mexican scientist that literally saved the world. But then for the animation, I want to pitch something that you could only do in animation, that it exists only there. And also we want to explore a non-traditional science, so we decided to do astronomy. And then we started exploring all the ideas that we could just do in animation, right? So it was astronomy, then, okay, let's use animation as a medium. So it's very stylized, something that you could not do in live action, at least not that kind of style, because it's inspired, all the characters design, the world is inspiring in the Mayan art, right? Yeah. Then, the stylizations, then also like everything I do is related to the Mexican or Latino culture. So I have always loved the Mayan culture. So I say, okay, let's go do something about that. And I also love, when I was a kid, I used to stairgaze with my dad, and I was a little bit like Itzel, that, not paying that much attention because you are young, you are stupid. But it's something that I still relate, and I have fond memories. So all of that, it kind of do the story, and also why animation.
I love that you've got personal elements in there. Obviously, you've got, girlfriends very inspired you for the animation as well. I love the style of animation that you did, like really, really interesting, the style. And also it was so lovely seeing this relationship between, father and child as well. How did you kind of know the style that you wanted, making your first animation, kind of like, how does that work for you as a director?
Well, because I want to explode the animation in its totality, right? Not just because I don't have money to shoot in the pyramids, let's do animation. So I want even the background and the character style give you some emotions, give you some perception of the world. So that's why we decided to go very stylized, and it took us a lot of time to find the design. And for me, that was key, because I also want to be respectful of the culture, and we have like advisors. We also were talking with the community.
That's amazing.
Because we didn't want to do anything about them without them, right? So we want to show the imagined art in the animation, and also like we want to be correct. Like you see a lot of times, and it's not that it's bad, but in Hollywood that they do kind of something Mayan or Aztec, but they start combining all the cultures when they're not the same, right?
Exactly,
so we want to be very careful.
Authentic, What was, in this experience, making your first animation, what was the biggest challenge that you had?
Money.
Money, we need more money.
It's like, because, we got the grant from the slum, but was very small. And I truly wanted to do in 3D because we could explode more that style that I wanted and with design. Because in 2D you could do it, but when it would be flat, so it kind of loses that kind of three-dimensionality where you can appreciate more the blocks and the texture. So, and 3D animation is extremely expensive. So what I decided to do, and it was a gamble, it's prepare for almost a year and a half, all the designs, all the animatic, all the script, everything to be perfect before I pitched the idea to animation studios in Mexico. Before that, before I pitched to the studios, I showed that to, I'm not going to mention the name, but animation legend. Told me, dude, this is amazing, this is great, don't do it in 3D, there's no fucking way that you could do it. Excuse my French. And I didn't listen. I did, but I didn't. So I did have my plan B. My plan A didn't work, right? But I decided to first try to do it. And then I went to a different animation studios in Mexico, and I showed them the design, I showed them the style. Most of them say FU, or didn't answer. But there were two that they say, okay, this is really cool, let's talk. And we talk to them. One, they say, okay, we're going to do it, but we are not going to do any notes or anything, kind of on, looking us a little bit down. And the other one, that is the one that we went going, Magic Hammer and their partners, M Animation. They say, oh, we love this, let's work together. And also the most important thing, one of the most important thing, but something very important is that they're also based in Yucatan.
Oh, wow, fantastic.
So they have like a personal connection with the story. They have never done that.
Oh, that's amazing. They're from Yucatan as well. That's brilliant.
So it was the perfect match.
And Guillermo, that's credit to you, because you know what, in this industry, as you know, you get a lot of people that don't see, don't believe, or not always the best reaction to something you've worked so hard on. But you're such a determined person, you found the right people, and then look what happened. That's amazing to hear that. As you know, it's your second film with us, but it is part of this program that we had to celebrate Latinx storytellers locally and globally. How special was it being part of that program, being part of NewFilmmakers LA again, but also in partnership with the Academy to celebrate all these amazing storytellers?
It's great, first kudos to you, to Larry, to everybody and New Filmmakers, because they truly make the event special and personal for the filmmakers, and that's always great that you appreciate that. It's not just screening the film, it's you being involved, you meeting a lot of cool people, and that makes you feel special, makes you feel heard. Also, it's great to be to see a lot of Latinx filmmakers together, like talking and creating a community. And it was also special because a lot of friends were there as well. So it's great, seeing a lot of familiar faces that I love and admire, and growing together, being here together. So that's also extra special. And also in the academy, there are very few opportunities for Latinos filmmakers to have that experience. So it's truly magical, and I'm very grateful. And hopefully, I can be a third time.
Yeah, of course. Well, you brought a lot of magic with Balam, and honestly, like I was so immersed into the imagination that you gave us in your film. But I want more, Guillermo. Like, is there what is next? Is Balam finished? Is it over yet? Is there more to come? Tell us.
No, hopefully not. We are developing this into a feature film. We are now talking with people, executive people in Mexico that also say they are interested, that they love the style, and they are seeing how people react to the film. Also, this was very special. It was the first professional animated film done in Yucatan, and the people in the state are also very proud of the animation studio and their work we did together. So people are talking about it. We are moving, so hopefully next year we are already in develop or done.
Yes.
I also, I'm doing developing also live action and other animated projects. It's like I do a little bit of everything. I mean, as you mentioned last year, I was here with Bad Hombrewood, which is a documentary.
Yeah.
But at the end, for me, everything is storytelling, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how do you tell the story? There are different mediums, but at the end, it's always the same. So, I mean, last year I mentioned also the story of Pancho Gonzalez. It's like a feature film, live action that we are developing. He was kind of the first Latino superstar in sports, but he was kind of a bad boy, so history has erased him.
Yeah.
But he has such an amazing story. I'm developing like also the story of Mario Molina, the scientist I told you, literally saved the world. He won the Nobel Prize, but that's the boring part. So he's amazing, and we have talked with some friends, family of his, and hopefully that can also roll. And there's a lot of projects that we want to do. It's hard right now. Everything is also stopped. But so it was hard before. Now it's going to be harder. But still, I'm going to try. I'm going to knock all the doors I can. Also applying, to directing fellowships, grants, and everything I can.
Well, you make it happen, Guillermo, and I think your determination and the work you put out there is really great. No matter what storytelling journey you take us on, we're always ready for your experience, what you give us. But I just want to say as well, I was so proud to see you speaking at the Academy last night of your experiences, and it was lovely to see you up there. But listen, thank you for Balam. We can't wait for the feature, can't wait for all the other projects too. But yeah, we really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Guillermo, as always.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, and it's always great talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.